Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast that explores the fascinating world of English vocabulary. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. Our word of the day is biological. It's a B2 level adjective that means related to living organisms or life processes. So, what exactly does biological mean? Well, in simple terms, it refers to anything connected to living things, from plants and animals to bacteria and fungi. Think about the amazing processes that keep us alive, like breathing, digestion, and reproduction. All of these are biological processes. When we talk about biological parents, we mean the mother and father who contributed the genetic material to create a child. You might hear scientists studying biological systems or discussing biological diversity. Let's look at some synonyms for biological. A close synonym is organic. For example, you could say, the farm uses organic methods to grow its crops, meaning methods that rely on natural biological processes rather than artificial chemicals. Another synonym is physiological, which refers to the bodily functions of living organisms. You might hear a doctor talking about the physiological effects of exercise on the body. An example would be, stress can have negative physiological consequences. A third synonym could be natural, as in the natural sciences are the study of the physical world and its phenomena. For example, the student was studying the natural history of birds. Now, let's flip the coin and explore some antonyms for biological. One antonym is artificial. While biological refers to something natural and living, artificial refers to something created by humans, often as a substitute for something natural. For instance, we might say the surgeon implanted an artificial heart valve, meaning a valve that was manufactured rather than biological. Another antonym is synthetic. This term describes something that is created through chemical processes rather than derived from living organisms. An example is, the company produced synthetic rubber in the lab. A third antonym is inorganic. This refers to matter that is not derived from living organisms or the remains of living organisms. For example, scientists analyzed the inorganic components of the soil. How can you use the word biological in everyday life? Well, you might talk about your biological clock, meaning your body's natural rhythm that regulates sleep and wake cycles. You could say, I'm feeling tired because my biological clock is telling me it's time for bed. Or you might discuss the biological effects of pollution on the environment. For example, air pollution can have harmful biological effects on plant life. You could also talk about biological warfare. Now, let's look at some more examples of biological in sentences and phrases. The study examined the biological factors contributing to the disease. She's interested in studying biological engineering in college. The biological diversity of the rainforest is incredibly rich. The biological process of photosynthesis converts sunlight into energy for plants. There were many biological specimens to observe in the laboratory. To recap, biological is an adjective that means related to living organisms or life processes. We explored synonyms like organic, physiological, and natural, and antonyms like artificial, synthetic, and inorganic. We also looked at how biological is used in everyday conversations and common expressions. I hope you found this episode of Hello Word informative and helpful. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the meaning and usage of the word biological. Remember, expanding your vocabulary is a fantastic way to improve your communication skills and deepen your understanding of the world around you. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Hello Word and leave a review. Your support helps others discover our show and learn new words. And now, for your challenge, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word biological and share it as a comment under this video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll see you next time on Hello Word. I'll be back at 3 p.m. tomorrow.